I guess you can color these two at home. So it's kind of like, remember your mom's left and you've convinced her you're doing some schoolwork. She comes back later with milk and cookies and you've now started coloring them in. So. Okay, so. Alright, so I guess let's pick, I guess one possibility is this, N, and L. I guess I'm still picking this as M, the one that kind of goes over everything else, but now I've decided to change this guy to another color, but then that forces me to pick the third color for that with this crossing, right? And then if you think about it, I guess I have some choice for that, but I can't. Why can't that be? Yeah.
That shit was good, yo. How much I cost?
I guess it can be. I guess I can pick whatever I want here. So let's pick N. So, but anyways, this forces this third guy. Once I've L picked an N here, this forces it to be the third color M, and then this forces this one to be M.
Wait,
So once I start changing a few.
Mr. Su?
Sorry, someone had a question?
Yeah. So like right there you have 4 colors. It wouldn't be a tricoloring if all 4 of them intersect at some point?
Sorry, we have 3 colors and what's your question?
Oh shit, never mind.
Okay.
I thought I saw 4 colors.
Loudly on the camera. Did you have a question? No. Yeah. So I'm just, the point is when you do this on the left picture, which is the picture you start out with some tricoloring and you're trying to show it's preserved, that the property of having a tricoloring is preserved after you change. Right, so we have to come up with a new tricoloring. On the left side pictures, you're starting out with a tricoloring. So I'm just sort of going through all the possibilities of what could appear. Right, I can't just start making up stuff that violates a condition in the picture. Right, so here I'm just, one thing you have to check is make sure that I really do cover all the possibilities that all my pictures are sort of covering. So here's one sort of possible tricoloring, right, that I start out with. What I pick here. Here, some things are yet again forced, right? And then what has to happen? I guess we have to. If you look at either crossing, you realize I have to pick this to be L. And luckily, that works out with the other one too, right? So let's see. There's still 1, 2, 3. These are the last 2 possibilities here. So the last 2 possibilities that sort of cover all the bases that I need. So here's M, here's N, here's L, but I guess last time I picked N here, but I guess I could pick L here. Right. And if I do that, that sort of forces me to pick L here, and this forces pick N here. All right, and then here, oops, I skipped. Actually, I meant to put this picture here, but it doesn't matter. Let's put M, and then let's pick here, L and M. Okay, so M and L here. Here's if I have this is now will be N, this is M, this is L, this is N. Okay, so for some reason it's really hot in here. It must be all the brain power. Okay, so we're sort of forced now, all these guys going out of the picture has to be consistent with the rest of the coloring, so yet again we have some forced choices here. And I guess what's the only strand left uncolored here?
Has to be L.
That one there, what is it?
L.
L. No, because there's M, so it must be M. But oh, does it match up? Yep, it does. Luckily, it matches the other one we could have looked at to try to determine.
Wait, but Mr. Oh, it does. All right, never mind.
M, L, L, N. I guess here's a new standard here. N. Yep. Oh, it works. Right, luckily, it all works. Right. Like one thing you might worry about is when you're like, see this and you're like M, L, this must be N, and you look over here like, oh, maybe something bad happens. But it always magically works. Math is nice like that. When it's already been like, it wouldn't be famous if it didn't work. Okay, so you guys always have the luxury of knowing the problem is sort of solvable. It all works. Like if you think about all the stuff you could make up in the world, most of it doesn't work. It makes it much harder. Okay, so anyways, in each case there's a choice of coloring that's consistent with the coloring outside the regions. So these choices are sort of forced. I guess I could say some words, but let's just put a box. Right? I guess I could have put the box here. So at the end of the proof, you just write a box, right?
Yep.
I guess, all right, let's write a little bit. I wrote a little bit here, so. In each case, there is a choice of coloring consistent with coloring outside the affected region. And the choice can be picked, or the coloring can be picked.
I have to fart.
To be a tri-coloring. This is more like what you would see in a book, right? They wouldn't just put the box like I did. That's more like a joke. But on the other hand, now it says as indicated box. You still have some questions left, but the book has stopped. There's just a box. The book is nice, it might be a remark. That's it. Okay, so remember, what's the point of all this? We have a theorem from this. So let me just at least write the theorem. I said last time. The trefoil is not the unknot. Right, so the proof of this is very short. Right, you just can use the tri-coloring results here. Proof projection this, right, is not tricolorable. We talked about that before, right? But I guess this is. So one diagram is tricolorable, the other one's not. So by the tricoloring theorem we proved, right, there's no way to go between them by Reidemeister-Knudsen. The property should be preserved. So by the tricoloring theorem, well, we just proved these projections belong to different knots. That clock's fast, by the way. All these clocks are fast.
Lies.
No, they are. No little box. Alright, so you might say like, wow, we took finally, but we managed to do it in a little bit more than a week. That basically if you try to read the original proofs, I mean, I can give you references. Try to read the original proofs of there being something that's actually not the unknot, so a really knotted, an actual knotted knot. It's very complicated proofs that they took a long time, and then hero Ralph Fox came up with this for you